Welcome to Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, the Facebook page on YouTube. If you've just joined me in this discussion and it's the first time you've seen me, all this is I run a Facebook page called Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, where we post positive stuff about the DCU, and I decided to make a YouTube channel for that page, and just to get my own feelings across and where the editor's going and stuff. So somebody had sent me a link, and it was and somebody sent me a link, and it was about so-called people that have so-called knowledge of the film and on the story, and there's hundreds of them. And anytime one of these so-called stories emerges, people go crazy, and I think I used one of my other videos to read out some sort of so-called plot, and yeah, I can see why people could be addicted to these sort of stories, and this is and people get heightened and stuff, but to personally honest with you, I hate them. Okay, and I've said before in my YouTube channel that I could stand here and give you my own idea how I think the Justice League film is going to play out. But what that does for me is it gives people expectations, what you've seen. Now, I'm not the only one. People like John Snape and whatnot, that like all these Collider and all these other YouTubers out there, right? They've got their own wee vision of what they want to see and how they want and how Justice League should play out. But when you get these ideas in your head, you'll then go to the cinema, and if the film turns out not to be anything closely related to what you already visualised in your head, then you're going to be disappointed. The best thing to do is to go to a film without any expectations. Sadly enough, trailers kind of do that. Even trailers, when you watch a trailer, you kind of put two and two together. Oh, that scene is connected to that scene, and that's how that's going out. That's that scientists behind him, and then so you get an idea of the story in your head, and it plays against the film. Now, this particular story's came out, and it said something along the lines of one of the major characters in Justice League is dead. Well, apart from Superman, but they're saying, oh, is Superman dead? Batman dead, sorry. Does Batman get killed? And then that leaves, oh, that is why Batman wants out and stuff. And I went, oh no, not again. Not again. How many times have we to go through this? How many bad journalists? Now here's the thing, right? So about a week ago, you had all these reports saying, like Ben Affleck's brother coming out and joking that Ben Affleck's through with Batman. It was like everywhere. He's saying, now within seconds, now if you watch the interview, within seconds, he says, I'm only joking. Right? He's only joking. He's came forward. He had to come forward and say that. And even the presenter that was asking him, he was transfixed into what he said. He didn't hear 2 seconds later that he said, I was only joking. And this is, hello? What is wrong with the people on this planet that they feel that they only listen to what they want to hear? Now that's me like saying Superman gets born again in the Justice League film. I'm only kidding. But you just hung on to that bit, even though I've just said I'm only kidding. And then so you'll go with that, and what you do is you get the posts, and then you just edit that wee post out that says I'm only joking. And then other websites, right, too lazy to do any investigation themselves, they then go, right, what we'll do is we'll copy and paste it and we'll put it there, and we'll get that. This is the biggest news so far, right? Copy, paste it, because everybody will click onto these. But what we'll do is we'll change the picture, right? We'll change the picture and we'll just do it 1 paragraph less, or we can stretch it out and we'll do about 5 paragraphs on why this is true, right? And we'll have a description what his brother got up and done first thing in the morning and what breakfast he had. Then it will lead to that bit when he says it, but we'll miss out the bit I'm only joking. Now, Ben Affleck's, okay, he's clear, and he went to Comic Con, and I don't know how many times I have to say this, and he says, he's Matt Reeves, he wants him to be Batman and stuff like that, and everybody else. And then we've got now we've got this sort of death in Justice League, and this is coming from a fake story. This is coming from a story that somebody's. Now, here is. But Ben Affleck's already said that he's going to be Batman for a long period of time. So it doesn't make any sense to kill Batman, right? You're staying with it. Get used to the idea, people. Now, of course, when that was debunked, what Casey said, okay, Ben Affleck's brought up what he said, then all the news reports came out because they don't want to show face, that they were the only ones that sort of debunked their news, And we've got other YouTubers out there that don't do any investigation, right? They're only basically reporting on the bullshit that they've been reading online, and then giving their own impressions. They've not come out and said, this is lies and whatnot, just wait until we get official word. No, because that doesn't make them any clickbaits. No, not putting out a video, not putting out a YouTube, not putting out a post about the same subject that everybody else is talking about does not get clicks. So that everybody's got to jump on what everybody else is saying. I would love it to be just one website, one that says that done investigation. All it takes is 2 minutes. Film Junkie came out and he watched the report and he watched and he says, there we go. He's just said he's only joking. It's clear, simple as investigating journalists and stuff. But of course, good news doesn't make money. Fake news does. So, well, it just infuriates me. It stresses me out. And so let's look at the other facts. Okay, this guy somehow knows the film. Okay. So you've seen the film then, especially when we're getting reports, right, so-called reports, that the film is a mess and unwatchable. And as I said before in my previous DVDs to this one, my previous videos to this one, when you're doing reshoots, every film does reshoots. Ben Affleck's came out and said even his Argos do reshoots. Every film gets reshoots. It's like reading a book. It's like writing a book and you've read it and went, whoops, missed out a paragraph there. That doesn't explain it. I am looking what I've just made and I'll need to do some mistakes. I'll rub that out and I'll explain it a wee bit better. That's what they're doing. That's what Zack Snyder spotted. That's what Joss Whedon spotted. Got together, do reshoots, thing with this. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because when you're writing a story or making a film, you've got the story up here. And even though you're making the film, because I've made daft films before, when you're making a film, you've got it up there, and now you've got to transfer what you've got up here onto the screen or into a book. And what might make sense to you, when you sit down and watch your own thing, you suddenly realise you haven't explained yourself too much. You haven't explained yourself. Even though you get it because you wrote it, it's all in your imagination, you're watching it, and went, right, no, you watch it, or get your friend up, can you read this, tell me what you think. And that's what most writers do, they get somebody to read their own stuff to see if it was okay. And they get the partners in, and no, you need to explain this guy. So that's what they're doing. Right? Every film is unwatchable. Right? They've cut wee bits of the film and they've left it on the floor, and it says, right, George Lucas did it with silence and with cut scenes of jet fighters from World War II coming in, and editors and directors have been going, what am I just watching? 1 minute they're this, and now I'm watching World War II footage of a dogfight. It's just to get the idea. So this high class, this film, Justice League, has been trying to be kept secret. Even the trailers are trying to keep Superman out of the picture, which is fantastic. Which is fantastic. I just saw me sign on my walk because I'm charging my phone. Which is fantastic. And they want to keep everything hush hush. Where was that? So they're keeping him out. So of course, but this somehow person has seen footage. They went to a cinema and they've seen. Yes, right. It is bullshit. Okay, bullshit. I don't normally say bullshit. I normally say bullkish. But sometimes it just gets to you. So he's seen the film and he knows the whole score. He's seen the film and he's just, somebody's lying down on the ground and they're all standing above him and. Is it Batman or is it Superman lying down? Okay, they've just killed Superman. Okay, they've killed Superman as well. But Superman on it and he's lying down on the ground. It's because he's dead. Okay, but it's any other hero. Listen, very less likely chance that it'll be any hero because they've already went through the death scene thing. Okay, they're not going to just introduce one of the major. They're not going to kill Flash. They're not going to kill Cyborg. They're not going to kill Wonder Woman. Right? Okay. Wonder Woman's talking about Wonder Woman 2. Batman's already got Matt Reeves, the trilogy thing. Okay. And of course Superman's he's coming back again. Okay, and they're talking about Cyborg moving a Flash movie. Nobody is getting killed. Spoiler alert, nobody's getting killed. Okay. Aquaman's got an Aquaman movie coming out. Okay, it might be, prequel to the, film comes before Justice League, but nah, I can't see it. Can't see it happening at all. So, and then of course somebody wrote in and it says, "Oh, look at this! It's getting bashed, same as BVS before the film's coming out. Oh, it's getting shit on and stuff." Of course, I had to then respond to this female or whatever. It's not, and anyway, BVS was the top selling DVD last year. They just made one mistake and released the wrong version of what Zack Snyder. Now, of course, you may have loved the cinematic ending, but I prefer the what came out later because it was Zack Snyder's vision. Okay, same as the director's cut and everything else. You want the director, when they're handing over a film, to be his last bit. George Lucas can't seem to do that in Star Wars. There's always some sort of special edition coming out. But Zack Snyder came out with this, and and there's talks about, is Zack Snyder coming in to finish off Justice League? I just saw that today, and I went, who cares? Zack Snyder has already been a part of Justice League. It's his film. He's going to be credited as director. Right? There's probably scenes in it. He's getting over the grief of his daughter. So it's inevitable that he might come in, have a look at what Joss Whedon's done. Both of them are sitting down and they're watching it, and then because it's Zack Snyder's baby, he might just do another wee tweak, and that's it. This is a one-off situation. This is a great. When they talk about the two directors thing is a new thing. No, the Coen brothers do it all the time. The Wachowski or whatever brothers with the Matrix and stuff like that. It's great. Games of Thrones, they have got other directors from all over the lands directing different things, and this is the second unit director, this is the third unit director, and everything else. That's all it is. But no, people would rather listen to the hype, listen to the bullshit that's going around. And even though those clickbait sites like Collider have said it's just reshoots. Who cares about reshoots? Every film has reshoots. We just wait until the film comes out, see the finished article before you even worry about it. It tempers you. It's just no. There isn't going to be. And it's, as I say, it's so no. Don't believe any sort of rubbish about somebody dying in Justice League or now Flashpoint Paradox. Of course, this is another thing. Don't you hate the YouTube channels as well? They have the YouTube channel and you subscribe to YouTube channel, like, okay, you may subscribe to me, but then below, maybe the second or third box down, then you get the ones that are negative about DCU, okay? And you would rather wish that you got, when you subscribe to a channel, that you only get the one, you don't want to listen to people shitting on your stuff, right? So why is it came up to, this is a video you may like. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like giving, one of the New York Yankees or your football team, you've subscribed to your football team or whatever, and then all of a sudden you get your opposing players' videos on it. Rangers videos, Celtic videos, 49ers, Dallas. I don't care about Dallas, right? Is it Dallas 49ers? I don't know. No, it's the Dallas Cowboys. See, I don't know much about American football. So you get them. No, I'm not interested. I don't want to watch that. Okay? So I looked down and it says, the paradox. And then I'm listening to this geeky guy, geeky like me, right? I'll not mention the name. And he's playing a game. Now, this is another pet hate of mine, okay? Yeah, granted, you don't really want to watch me for 16 minutes, okay, talking away. But at least I'd rather get some sort of facial reaction rather than watch him play a game when he's talking shit about something that I love. So he's talking about how the Flash's movie can fix the DCU, and they can take somebody like Man of Steel that's meant to inspire hope and everything, and now because he's through that flashpoint that we can have a newer Superman. And this, and you're scratching your head, excuse me, Man of Steel has been inspiring people and giving people hope from the very first movie. He turned Batman into a good guy, dug him out of a hole in the ground and stuff like that. Tom Hardy, he changed the world when he announced himself that was against him, turned the world to love him and have a big parade over him and save people around the world, and people painted Superman S symbols on top of the roof saying, "Save me, Superman, save me." You had when he saved the girl, people were clawing at him like the comic books, like Superman Peace on Earth, when you had people clawing at him thinking he's not clawing as but clawing, patting Superman. Oh, Superman, you're the man. He doesn't want to be seen like that. It's awkwardness. True to life comics. But no, you don't see that. You don't see the hope in these films. And you feel like, there should be an educational for minors to sit down. Here is hope. We have to highlight, right on my page, Facebook page, we have to highlight all the hope bits. And actually, I don't need to anymore, because all the fans of the page and stuff, they're sending me pictures. Here's him being hopeful, here's him being hopeful, here's him being hopeful. Here's a picture of Superman in the comics, feeling down and sad. And why he's doing this, they have more truth and evidence. But no, you'd rather make a video on Flashpoint. Flashpoint might not even have anything remotely to do with the successful comic book series, and I love Flashpoint. I think it's a fantastic series. I collected all the books, the Aquaman and Amazons and stuff like that, and the Batman. I think it's fantastic. It could be a one-off. We had the Flash paradox on the TV series, and how he regretted it. So this is him, he's time travelling, so of course you're going to have a Back to the Future moment. You're going to have him going back in time, maybe for the first time in his life, change something, come back and say, whoa, I've got to change this. I'm going to go back and fix it and put it back to where it was. To where it was. He's not going to reset the DCU. He's going to come back, let his mummy die, okay, and then everything's back to normal. That's a good way of introducing Flash to those people that don't know, or that watches the television series, or a wee nod to the books. Okay, they're not going to do the Flashpoint movie. Normally when they come up with a title, it's very little of it has anything to do with the books. It's just, it's just... We'll just have to wait for the synopsis. Anyway, that's my story on why all this so-called rumour about the storylines of Justice League is just rubbish. No one has seen it. They're still filming it. They're still putting it together. And, even I think it'll be released maybe couple of weeks before November, so people can sit down, and even the critics have never seen it. Okay, so that's what they normally do. They let it out to a selected view to see it first. So this one guy who somehow managed to write about the film that has normally got consequences attached to a lawsuit, you know, it's just rubbish. But you will get all these haters anyway that'll cling on to it and make their comments. So let's just avoid that rubbish. Okay, join me on Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope YouTube channel. Join me on my page, and let's just talk about the good shit. Okay, Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope. Be positive out there.